What's good with y'all? Welcome back to another video. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. If it's your first time seeing me, if you returning, how you doing? You feel me? You know how it get down around here. So we're gonna jump into the video, quick, easy, just like that. You feel me?
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears. A job!
Nah, here's the thing about having a job, right? You can apply the job for days. How every job want to hire people, but they're not hiring. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Like, you feel me? Every job saying, oh, we're looking for people to hire. You go to apply. Nah, you're not what we looking for. You're not what we looking for. What are you looking for? Somebody 30 years of experience? Like,
this is a horrifying path that almost everybody will have to eventually face in their life, whether we like it or not. And most of the time, we don't. But everyone has to get their bread somehow. So we just gotta suck it up and pray that we win the lottery or our parlay hits one day. Because let's be for real, nobody want a job. Like, unless you got real aspirations for a certain type of work, I think most of us, if given a magical opportunity to get paid however much you get paid now and not work that job again, we would take it. Because most of us see jobs.
Nah, I would want to work. I would not want to sit home. I would start feeling a little something if I'm just sitting home doing nothing. I would want to work. I'm not even gonna lie.
Jobs as a way to get by in life and try to make ends meet. There's no room for you to pursue passions in this economy. You better second guess that art degree and major in business so you can be an executive marketing promoter for $1 billion company. But I digress. I'm just saying, I doubt that is most people's passions to work at a 9-to-5 at a warehouse lifting boxes. I don't mean any disrespect, but am I wrong? Plus, it's fun being unemployed. As long as you got a roof over your head and don't need to worry about bills, most likely because you still live with your parents, then why would you want a job? That sounds like it's taking away your time from being grandmaster on Rivals and watching reels. That's too much. But eventually, you want to get your own stuff. You know, young boy tickets ain't free. Or life really hits you in the face and now you actually have bills. So eventually, we all have to get a job. However, you know what's harder than actually deciding to get a job?
What's
Finding
harder?
one that hires you. I swear.
You see what I said at the beginning, bro? You see? Every job handing out, every job will fully give you the chance to get the application. But none of them want to hire?
You could send 100 applications to 100 different places and all of them would still ghost you. You think with how many job openings you see, the businesses are desperate to find people.
For real.
But nah, it feels like they're posting it as bait, just to mess with people or steal your info. Not only that, if this is your first job, you're gonna have a harder time because even the quote-unquote entry-level jobs are asking for a qualification of having prior experience.
Right.
Like, isn't that what this job is for? How is someone supposed to get experience and not be homeless while almost every decent paying job?
That's what I'm saying, bro. How are you supposed to get a job if the jobs are not hiring you because you don't got experience? But you're supposed to be the job that gives me experience. What the hell do I need a degree for to work at McDonald's, Nate? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Requires that. And trying to apply for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed is like sending your application into a void. I swear none of those people be reading them. You could have the most stacked profile on LinkedIn. You got a bachelor's, master's, discovered the cure for cancer. Then you send in an application for your dream job to your dream company. Then they write back to you saying, we've read your application. Unfortunately, the CEO's daughter has took your position that you applied for, so get the f on. Back when I was still applying for jobs, I literally gave up on sending applications on those sites because I'd never get a response back. Like, damn, was my application that bad? Even when your application does get noticed and you get set up for an interview, you still gotta go through some more bullshit ass questions. Why did you choose our business? Yeah.
Like, why are you like, come on, bro? Like, come on. I hate that question, bro. Why did you choose our company to apply for? You asking everybody the same question, everybody give you the same answer. 90% of your staff gave the same answer and still got hired. There's no point, bro. Nigga, we need the money. Like, come on, bro.
Like, what's up? What is your main motivation to get your work done? Money? What else am I here for? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hopefully not here. That's just me being honest with my answers. What do you want me to do? Work here for the rest of my life? This is a Wendy's! So you gotta lie with any question they ask. You have to make yourself look as good as possible. So you gotta fake it till you make it. Even if they asked you a stupid question like, would you still work this job even if there was no pay? You say absolutely. I always wanted to be a slave. Congratulations, you have successfully become employed. The end of your life starts Tuesday. After starting a job, I feel after the first week, you can find out whether you like it.
Yeah, this is where you lost me. Because they won't hire my black ass. They never did. They never want to, and they never will, bro. That's why I came. So I gotta grind on this shit, bro, cause I gotta get it for myself.
And it won't be the job itself to motivate this decision. It's your boss and co-workers.
Jiggle my balls.
They can make or break this whole thing. If you happen to get a chill boss and co-workers you can vibe with, that's amazing. That's how my last real job was. I used to be a waiter for weddings and other events. That job low-key had me stressing because I wasn't good at the start. I was awkward taking orders, I would mess up orders, and one time I even dropped a whole tray of food I was carrying at the wedding. Best believe I didn't get tips that day. And what would get me kinda jealous is that some of my co-workers would walk out and carry 2 trays full of food on one shoulder. Like,
no, for real, bro. Like, you showing off, bro. Nobody gonna want to order with me. I'm carrying 1-2 plates, and you carrying a stack. People just be selfish, bro. They be want to stack up these tips. Like, say something for the rest of us. God damn. Got me stumbling over my words.
Yeah, bro, are you Samoan? Those trays are mad heavy and so out of balance. But you know what kept me going? It was the fun time I had with my co-workers and boss. They were cool as hell. We had a carpool to get to the events. It was always a vibe and a good time. They made my experience. Imagine working a 16-hour shift and walking out of it happy. One day I clocked in for a double shift for a wedding and a Sweet 16 at 9:30 a.m. and clocking out at 1:30 a.m. Granted, I was dead after that shift and had to take off my shoes more than once, but I got $60 worth of tips and went to Wawa after work, so I felt like Gucci. And I believe I only felt like this because the environment I was around was nice. Sometimes. I've had to serve some aggressive people at some points.
Yeah, it's my birthday today. What can I get out here for free?
Nothing.
You a bitch.
If I had trash co-workers or a trash boss, I would have not stayed at that job for long. I have zero patience for both.
I don't think no one would.
Like example, the first job I've ever had in my senior year of high school, I was a janitor at a warehouse.
Oh,
I
Lord.
had no co-workers, so I had nobody to talk to, and my boss was not a bad person, but a bad boss. I'd be working shifts that were 2 to 3 hours every few days, cleaning the break rooms, hallways, and bathrooms. So my pay wasn't even that good, but since I was still in school, I was just thinking, I'm making money and I got more time to study and goon. That sounds like a win-win. But when payday arrived, I would only be paid for half the hours I worked, sometimes less. I was already barely working as is, combined with a salary of $13 an hour, cleaning up pee-pee and poo-poo. Man, I'm not taking that. Plus, he only paid me through Cash App. You've ever had a job that only paid you through...
Okay. That sounds like something suspicious. Come on now. You can't be a little more professional than that. You paying through Cash App now? I mean, I get upset in a payment plan or something for your employees, but paying no, that's crazy. Like, I'm cleaning up this warehouse. Why are you paying me? You obviously got it, bro.
Cash App, man.
Like, golly.
I only worked there for a few weeks. He did pay me the rest of the money after, so he cool, but man, warehouse jobs are not it. My patience dwindled faster when I got accepted at BJ's, and I worked there for 1 day. I asked to go to the bathroom and left during orientation. I discovered they weren't what they advertised. How you gonna call yourselves BJ's without expecting people to have certain expectations? That's false advertising. So I left.
No,
that wasn't really the reason. I just didn't want to work in the freezer. That's when I started my waiting job, then YouTube, and now here I am. unemployed sense. I'm just saying I can understand the struggles of looking for and having a job.
It's a struggle
especially
for
the
real,
ones you
brother.
only take to make ends
Golly.
meet. And the unemployed life can be really fun when you have stuff to fall back on. If not, it will only be short-term satisfaction. Eventually, you have to get a career, deal with any of the shortcomings of it, and do that for the rest of your life. The American dream! So when looking for a job, make sure to get one that you like if you have the privilege to do so. That's all I really wanted to say. And in conclusion, enjoy unemployment while you still can. Different strokes!
Hey, man. I'm trying not to, bro. Because it's gonna get rough real quick, brother. I'm already knowing. But yeah, if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.